and welcome to Spear Nation Radio. I'm Chandler Morrison here on the call. Robert and Kyle will be here just shortly here as we get ready for this Silverdale Marion County matchup here in the Starplex Field number 4 in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for the Class A TWSAA State Tournament. This is the losers bracket final between Marion County and Silverdale. Silverdale winning yesterday at 4 against the Midway. Marion County losing to Meigs County last night, I should say, to be in this losers bracket final. Up to bat right now, we have number 9, Holly Jordan. She's the pitcher for today. In the mound, we have for Silverdale, that's going to be a ball on the outside there. You have Shelly Duggan in the circle for Silverdale today. She gets ready for the pitch. Here it comes to Jordan. It's going to be in there on the outside of the zone. I believe they're going to call a strike on that one. 1-1 the count now. No outs here as we just started play in the first inning.
Silverdale.
Here comes the pitch from Duggar. It's going to be hit right back to Duggar. It's going to hit the ground, and it's going to be sent over to first. For the first out of the inning, Jordan will head back to the dugout after the quick hit back to Duggar. Up to bat now, we have number 00, Brietta Vincent. Duggar collecting herself for the second batter. 1 out already in the inning for just joining us. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be just to the outside there. Going to miss the zone. It'll be a 1-0 count now for Vincent. Duggar, one of the 3 pitching aces for Silverdale that they have, and a lot of them all 3 of them a double-digit wins on their records as Vincent fouls one off to the left field foul zone. Your lineups for Marion County. Of course, Holly Jordan already been up. Brianna Vincent now up. Michaela Dalton, number 5, she's second base. Number 1, Haley Baker, she's first base. Number 11, Chloe Campbell in right field as Vincent hits it to Duggar. She has a miscue there and drops it, and Vincent will be at first for Marion County. And in the sixth spot in the lineup, we have number 12, Aaron O'Leary, number 55, Savannah Thomas, number 44, Taylor Roberts, the designated player, and number 10, Brietta Hafner, 45, Parker will be the flex out in left field. Now at the bat, we have Michaela Dalton with 1 out, 1 on for the Lady Warriors. Here comes Duggar with the pitch. It's going to be fouled off of a bunt there for Dalton off to the right side. There, going back to the circle. Duggar collecting herself. Marion County lost last night to Meigs County. That was a 5-1 loss. They finally managed to get a run there in the end.
Up in the middle of the fucking road. That didn't take the time. We got caught behind like the slowest. Okay, get on the box.
Dalton's still up. It's a 1-1 count, 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Duggar. And it's going to be a ball there. Be a 2-1 count now, 1 out. Still scoreless here in the first. If you're just joining us here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Starplex Field number 4. Duggar in the circle. Up to bat is Dalton. 1 on for the Lady Warriors. That's Vincent. And she butts it. Dalton butts it. She goes to first, and she'll be safe at first. Duggar in the circle for the Silverdale Seahawks. Now up to bat is number 1, Haley Baker. She's the first baseman. She's a senior, I do believe. Duggar, come over the pitch. It's going to be on the outside there. It does not get the strike. 2 on for the Lady Indians, or Lady Indians. I'm sorry, I'm back in Sequatchie County. Lady Warriors. Sorry about that. Vincent and Dalton both on base on first and second. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. And Baker hits into the gap right there between the shortstop and left fielder. And Vincent will score, and 2 on steal for the Warriors as Baker gets to first, and that is Dalton at second. Vincent scores on the play. Marion County up 1-0 here in the first as the infield for Silverdale goes to talk it over with Duggard. No coaches there, just the infield. Up to bat now, we have number 11, Chloe Campbell. Campbell, a junior for the Lady Warriors. She plays right field. Moving around a little bit last night. I think she played first base last night as they made some pitching changes and moved some people around in the middle of that game. Duggard coming up to the rubber. Jiggles the ball in her hand. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit by Campbell to the first baseman. First baseman will step on first for the second out of the inning. 2 runners still on. On second, we have Baker, and on third, is Dalton. Up to bat now, number 12, Erin O'Leary. She's a senior for the Lady Warriors. Playing third base, I believe. That's what it says in the lineup.
Yeah.
Here comes the pitch from Duggard. It's going to be on the outside there, and that'll be a strike. Just inside the zone there.
Excuse me. And the pitch from who's pitching, Chandler?
Duggard.
Duggard. And that one will be a ball. Count now 1-1. Two outs. Marion County leads by 1 now after the run they just scored. And O'Leary hits one into the center field, and center fielder has that one.
There's going to be 3 outs for the Lady Seahawks, and we'll go to the bottom of the first now. Marion County with a 1-0 lead. That score by Benson there on a sacrifice ground out. Or no, that was a second. That was a gapper there that she hit there, I believe. Sacrifice out the one before that. As we get set for the second inning, and now we have Robert and Kyler in the booth with us. How we doing today, guys?
Pretty good.
Pretty good if we hadn't been caught in traffic.
That traffic in Murfreesboro is a killer over here. Still late nonetheless. Probably woke up a little bit late from my place.
Well,
I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all woke up even later than I did.
we left about 5 minutes after you did.
But still in a scramble here, and thank you for joining us, Warrior fans, right now as we start this game this morning as an elimination game. The team that loses in this game goes home. The winner goes to face Meigs County, and they'll have to beat Meigs County twice to gain the state championship and pull one in for either team. Meigs County with an easy road. They beat Marion County last night 5-1 in the winners bracket final. Silverdale won against Midway. I believe that was what was the score on that one?
12-2.
12-2.
It was a mercy rule game.
12-2, ending in the 6th on a mercy rule for that one.
Yep.
And let's go through the Silverdale lineup before they come through. Where's that at? That is right there. Batting first is going to be number 4, Allie Birchfield. She's the second baseman. Second spot, we got number 11, Emily Hargrove. She's the shortstop. Number 33, Taylor Moran in the third spot. She's third base. All threes for her. And number 34, Lindsay Newell in the fourth spot. And with the first baseman. In the cleanup hitter, we have number 17, Elise Pearson, the designated player. Number 6, Shelby Duggard in the sixth spot. 7, we have number 12, Kaylee Crawley in left field. And that's going to be a pitch there by Jordan, who is starting out pitching today. That's going to be a ball on the outside. Number 8 in the lineup, we have number 3, Savannah Turner, the catcher. Number 2, Skylar Parton will bring up the rest of the lineup there in center field. She'll be batting last. And that's going to be another ball there by Jordan. Lexi Vogel, number 8, will be the flex player. She'll be playing out in right field. Designated player again is Elise Pearson, number 17 for the Seahawks. Pitch from Jordan is going to be outside there. And it's 3-0 count starting out for Jordan. Not looking good for her starting out this at-bat. Again, Birchfield up to bat, number 4. She's the second baseman. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a strike there, and Jordan will stay alive in the at-bat. 3-1 the count. And if you're just joining us, Marion County leads 1-0.
And the pitch again, and that'll be a walk for Allie Birchfield as Jordan throws her 4th ball. Now up to bat for the, what are they? Lady Seahawks. Emily Harkleroad, the shortstop. As that one will be called ball as it almost hits her on the inside there. Settles in for another pitch. And that one will be a bouncer to third, and she'll get it to first in time, and she is out. And now up to bat will be Taylor Moran, the third baseman.
Here comes the pitch from Jordan. 1 on for the Lady Seahawks. She's on second. They go to the shortstop. She'll throw to first. She has a little bit of hesitation, and it's going to be safe at first. The shortstop for Marion County, that is Vincent. She hesitates, and there's 2 runners on now on the corners. That's going to be Moran on third, and I believe that's going to be Birchfield on. Nope, that is Harper Road on third.
Yeah, Birchfield on third. Excuse me.
Runners on the corner for Silverdale. Up to bat now, we have number 34, Lindsay Newell. She's the first baseman for the Seahawks. Pitch coming from Harley Jordan, and she'll throw it to first, and she'll be safe at first there. 2 close calls at first already, and now bases loaded for Silverdale here in the bottom of the first. Marion County leads 1-0 right now. Harley Jordan in the circle for the Lady Warriors. Ellis going with Jordan instead of Roberts this morning. Roberts has been the starting pitcher the past 2 games we've seen.
Pearson up to bat now.
She's a senior ace for the Warriors. Now we have Jordan coming with a pitch. It's going to be a strike there by Jordan. A lot of different pitching styles from these 3 pitchers they have between Jordan, Baker, and Roberts. You'll see a lot of different pitching styles and a lot of different speeds they come in with. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be on the outside there.
Number 11.
And it's going to be a wild pitch, but no runners advance. Bases loaded. Catcher and pitcher in sync there, trying to keep anyone from scoring. The catcher now for Marion County, that's Thomas. Jordan at the back of the circle coming up to the rubber. Here she comes with a pitch. It's going to be hit by Elise Pearson to the second baseman. It'll hit the runner going from first to second, and that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a dead ball. That ball hits straight at the runner on going from first to second, and she'll be out. And will 2 runners score, will they just advance 1 base there?
They'll just advance 1 base.
They're waiting on the umpire's decision there. Coach Tim Couch going out along with his assistant coach out there to talk to the umpire. And I believe the rule is when a player's hit like that, it's a dead ball, and they go to the next base from where they're at. So I think 1 run would score, and it would be 1-1, but we'll wait for the umpire's official call on this one. Couch now walking off the field after talking to the umpire. And it will be as we suspected. There'll be runners on the corner, I believe. Oh. We have 2 outs on the inning now. After a ground out earlier. Couch again going to talk to the 2 umpires now on the back side of the pitching circle. It looks, though, that we'll have runners on the corners there for Silverdale.
Nope. You got loaded bases.
No, we have loaded bases. And who was the player that was hit?
The one going to second.
The one on second.
Yeah. I can't get you a number on that.
33 Moran.
Moran. She was hit by the ball. I think that constituted out. I think what they may be arguing here is the fact that the ball may have touched the glove before it hit her, and if that's the case, then she would not be out, technically speaking. And the umpire's still talking about it, and they'll leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Although 1 run did score, they'll hold the runners up where they would have been there. They'll advance 1 runner, and Marion is not out, so we should have just 1 out now, I believe. Is that right? So we have 1 out with bases loaded for Silverdale. Up to bat, we have number 6, Duggard. She's the pitcher right now for the Seahawks.
Okay. Duggard takes first pitch to her, and that'll be fouled off to the left there as it goes down the third baseline. Count now 0-1.
0-1 with 2 outs. It's a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It'll be outside, but they'll swing. That's going to be a foul ball, I believe. That'll be the second strike of the at-bat there. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Now, with Duggard up to the plate, Jordan in the circle. In case you're just joining us, 1-1 the score on the first. Bases loaded for Silverdale. Can Harley Jordan get out of the jam? Here she comes with a pitch. It's going to be high there, but the catcher will catch it, so we'll have a 1-2 count. Jordan coming back up to the rubber. Duggard in the box. Both these teams fighting for their championships lives right now. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit by Duggard to the third baseman. She'll throw it to first, and it's going to be an out at first, and no runners will score there. And it'll be 1-1 as we get to the end of the first inning. Runner coming across home, but she does not get there because that was a forced out at first to end the inning. There, and 3 outs there, and we'll go to the top of the second here with Marion County for another chance to bat. Silverdale is the home team for the day. In case you're just joining us, 1-1 the score in the bottom of the first. We just entered the bottom first. We'll go to the top of the second here in Murfreesboro at Starplex Field, number 4, right here in Murfreesboro. Now, what do we say? What do we have going on yesterday there, Robert and Collar?
Can you hear me?
Well, as you saw, Marion County lost to Meigs in a 5-1 matchup as Meigs County came out on top, and now they've got a whoever wins this will play Meigs County at what time, Chairman? 2 o'clock?
They'll play at 2 o'clock, and if that goes to a second game, that game will be at 5:30, so some Meigs County fans may not be able to make it up for the 2 o'clock game, but maybe the 5:30 game if you're looking to do that.
Yeah.
And I will say the stands not as full as they were last night for the winners bracket final, but still pretty full. If you're on your way, you may want to hurry it up because you may not have a seat by the time you get here. And if it is, it may not be a good one.
Up to bat for the Lady Warriors will be number 55, Savannah Thomas.
Catcher.
Yes, she is the catcher for the Lady Warriors. Duggard still in the circle. Duggard with the pitch. Here comes the pitch from Duggard, and it is going to be a strike on the outside there. 0-1 the count now for Thomas.
Thomas, a left-handed hitter.
Duggard with the pitch, and she knocks that one into the center fielder.
That's a gap.
And she has an error, and Thomas is going to make it second.
Yeah, she'll mishandle that one out in the center, and it's going to be a double there for Thomas, but it'll go down as an error, I do believe, on the center fielder for Silverdale. That is Parton, Skylar Parton, number 2. And now coming up to bat for the Lady Warriors, that is Roberts. She is number 44. Roberts, the designated player. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. It's going to be way outside there, and nobody on second base, but that would be Thomas taking a long lead off there after the pitch was thrown. Roberts now with the 1-0 pitch coming from Duggard. She hesitates. Here it comes. It's going to be on the right side of the box there, but it's going to be a strike. 1-1 the count now. For Duggard. Here she comes with the pitch. Going to be hit by Roberts right over the glove of Duggard. They throw to first. Roberts not fast enough, and she'll be out at first, but Thomas does advance to third base. So a sacrifice ground out there for Roberts, and now we have number 10 up for the Lady Warriors. That's Brietta Hafner.
Roberts seemed to be limping on that leg that got hit last night during the Meigs County game.
Yes.
As I was told yesterday, she already has an MCL problem.
Now, I was talking with Coach Ellis last night, and he was talking about how it was just more of a change of speed, that she wasn't really hurt, but, it looked right there like she was limping just a tad. Here comes the pitch.
And that would be foul behind her at a failed attempt of a bunt.
Anytime you get a ball hit back at you as a pitcher, you're kind of a little bit, I guess, skippy trying to keep from getting hit next time. It makes you a little bit more alert and maybe a little bit too paranoid, I guess, on the mound when you do get hit by a ball like that. So sometimes they have to take you out, just try to keep your nerves calm, and that's going to be fouled off there by Hafner.
She hits it on the field 3, and those players are scared of getting hit in the head. Apparently, one of them was covering their head.
And I think that's a good move to put Jordan in there, because if you do get in a jam, I think you might be able to put Roberts in late for a few pitches if she's not too hurt or anything like that. And that's going to be fouled off straight back there by Hafner. 0-2 count now. It's going to be 1 out on the inning. We're here in the top of the second. 1-1 the score here. And that's going to be a ball right there for Duggard. I'm sorry, the score is 1-0. I thought it was 1-1. Maybe did that run not score in the first inning? So they pulled everybody back. Instead of advancing, they pulled everybody back to that same base, correct? Okay. So I'm sorry, I've been telling you the wrong score for about an inning and a half now. It is 1-0 here in Murfreesboro. Of course, that play earlier, the Seahawks had bases loaded. A player got hit by the pitch, hit by a ball that was hit by one of their players. And I'm not sure how all I know is that ending there, they did not score a player. They did not advance a player to home on that play. And now Hafner out on the strikeout there for Duggard. Jordan, back to the top of the lineup for Jordan. Number 9, she is a senior. She's the pitcher right now, and a pitcher versus pitcher matchup right here between Duggard and Jordan. The pitch coming from Duggard. It's going to be on the outside there. No strikes. It's going to be a ball. 2 outs on the inning. And that is, I believe, Thomas sitting over there on third, number 55. She's the catcher for the Lady Warriors. She's sitting on third with Jordan up to bat. And Jordan hits one. It's deep, but it's going to be caught by the left fielder for the third out of the inning. And that left fielder is Kaylee Crawley, number 12, for the Seahawks. And Crawley helps the Seahawks escape there from another potential score from Thomas. Your score still 1-0 Marion County here as we go to the bottom of the second. Silverdale is the home team, so they will bat. And so here comes I believe Jordan back out to the circle.
Yeah.
She'll be back in for the Warriors.
Just kidding.
And should be up to bat this inning for the Seahawks.
So I could be in jail in a second.
We keep track of that. Last one I don't believe we did. Not sure where we ended up on that one.
Oh, Duggard was the last one to hit, I think.
So Duggar was the last one to hit. We should have
Kaylee
Crawley up to bat.
Yeah, she's right there.
Kaylee Crawley, first year playing as a Seahawk. She was playing for Central last year. She had, and a crazy story is she had sat out for a year for Central because she was playing for Central last year when they came on their run to the state tournament. And the state tournament was a week earlier last year, and so she's playing for the first time here in this tournament this week for the season. She hadn't been on playoff season. She's playing now in the state tournament, which is very, very compelling storyline when you consider that she was with Central last season. And for a player that hadn't played all season, she is making her mark out here on the softball field. Am I right?
Yeah, she very well is. She's started the whole tournament.
And it is Kaylee Crawley up to bat for the Silverdale Seahawks. Coming up after her, we'll have Savannah Turner at Schuyler Park to end up the lineup. And if they don't get an out there, we'll be back up to the top of the lineup with Birchfield. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be hit there by Crawley into the left field gap between second or shortstop and third, I should say. She'll be at first. They'll try to throw her down after she steps off the bag, and they won't get her. Jordan back up to the mound, or excuse me, the circle. We're flat here in softball. Great, great day. A little bit more humid than we'd like here in Murfreesboro as the pitch comes from Jordan. It's going to be a bunt there by number 3, that is Turner. And she'll be out at first, but she'll advance Crawley to second. One out now in the inning. Marion County leads 1-0 over Silverdale early in this one. Jordan in for the Warriors. They did not start Roberts today, who has been the starter for the past 2 games. But they did bring Jordan in some games, so she has experience here in the state tournament from this year and last year. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be on the outside there, and Crawley tempting, I believe, Thomas there at home to throw her out at second. No one on second to grab that. So she'll send it back to Jordan. And speaking of Jordan, here she comes with the pitch after that is number 2, Parton, steps into the box. She'll think about bunting, and they'll throw it down to third, and they won't have her. She'll mishandle the ball. That is Aaron O'Leary, I believe, at third. No, that was Vincent that walked. The shortstop came over to third to get that one, and she does not get the ball in time. She mishandles it a little bit, and now Crawley on third for the Seahawks. Parton still up to bat. It's a 2-0 count now with 1 out in the inning. And she's going to try to bunt. She's going to send it over to Jordan, and she'll throw it to first, and she'll be out after the ball hits the ground, and that'll be a close one there. But they do keep Crawley from scoring at home. The hesitation there from Jordan just enough to keep Crawley at bay at third, and now there's 2 outs in the inning with I believe that's Birchfield, Allie Birchfield, the second baseman, coming up to the plate. Jordan in the circle. Again, 2 outs, 1 on third. That is Crawley for Silverdale. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be hit there by number 4, and it'll be mishandled by Vincent, the shortstop. And Crawley will score, and Birchfield will be on first at the top of the lineup again for Silverdale.
Now Chandler's scoring will be right. It is now 1-1.
It is 1-1. Here at Starplex Field number 4 in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We're here on the call, Spirit Nation Radio, here on the call for Marion County and Memphis County this weekend. But Marion County right now as they play Silverdale here in the state tournament. The pitch from Jordan. It's going to be hit there by number 11 there.
Harkle Road.
Going to be fouled off by Hurt.
I don't think that went foul.
Nonetheless, the strike there, 2 outs on the inning. 1 out away from getting out of this jam with a runner on first.
And that one's hit back into center left field, and it's caught.
And center fielder Hafner will pick it up for the Warriors, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But damage done. It's tied up once again here as we head to the top of the 3rd. 1-1 is the score here with Silverdale and Marion County playing here in the losers bracket final here. The winner goes to play Meigs County this afternoon at 2 o'clock. And they'll have to, and the winner here will have to force 2 games and win both of those games here this evening to win a state championship. I don't know if it's possible, but looks like they have a pretty good chance between these 2 teams to do that against Meigs County. Meigs County and Silverdale Meigs County's played both these teams actually in the tournament. They haven't played them all season, but now they have played both of them in the tournament. That's odd for these teams from the Chattanooga area not to have met up until the state tournament, and yet they're in the same classification down in Chattanooga. Very, very odd, but sometimes it happens. And we're talking about Silverdale and Marion County. If you're just joining us, I want to thank all of our listeners from Marion County for joining us last night and helping us get one of our biggest audiences of the state tournament last night of over, I believe, 600 people. That was with Meigs and Marion playing, so we assumed a bigger crowd, but not bigger than that. I think it was 800 actually by the time we left, wasn't it?
840.
And we'll check that here in just a second. Doug are going to be back in the circle for the Lady Seahawks. We were at 919 this morning for people listening back on the game. Now we're at 94 for our listeners. We want to thank all of you for joining in. It makes it worth the drive up here, especially when y'all drive up here every day and we've been staying at a hotel, which has been a storyline you have to actually think about. These Marion County Warriors, they've been driving from Marion County an hour and 15-minute drive, which is not that bad considering when you're going up and down 24. They're driving every day from Marion County, which we think is a ways away, but they just treat it as another ride up here. They've done that both times they've been to the state tournament these past 2 years. And here comes the pitch from Duggard. That's going to be Vincent up to bat, 0-0. That'll be a ball on the outside there. In case you're just joining us, Silverdale and Marion County playing 1-1 is the score. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. And she's going to attempt to come up and try to slap hit, bunt it, and she'll pull back real quick. Be a ball. Duggard. Waiting for the sign. She comes with a pitch. It's going to be hit by Vincent over to the third baseman, who is playing way up. That's number 33, Moran. She was playing a little bit farther up than usual. And they'll get the out at first there. Vincent will head back to the dugout. Now up to bat for the Lady Warriors. We have Michaela Dalton. Duggard still in the circle. And so here comes the pitch from Duggard. And Dalton will hit it to the shortstop, almost out of reach of the shortstop, but she does get it and get it over to first for the second out of the inning. Silverdale's defense stepping up here in this one. Baker now coming up to the plate. Talks to Dalton as she heads over to the dugout on the third base side. Silverdale in all white uniforms with black socks, or greenish socks. I can't see from here. There's a little bit of discoloration. Here goes the pitch from Duggard. It's going to be a strike right down the middle.
Those are green.
0-1 count. Those are green socks. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit colorblind up here in the box. Marion County with their gray pants, purple socks, and purple-gray digital camouflage uniforms there. They're looking pretty nice this morning.
Ooh.
Here comes the pitch from Baker. And it's going to be hit out to the center fielder for Silverdale. It's going to be Skylar Parton, and she'll catch that one. And that'll retire the side. Silverdale now come up to bat for the bottom of the third. Here in a 1-1 affair between Marion County and Silverdale, and what could be a really good game coming up. And looking like one right now. And going forward, the winner of this, like I said, will play Meigs County at 2 o'clock this afternoon. If they're going to win a state championship, they'll have to force another game against Meigs County and win it here on this same field but we'll see how that goes later on. Jordan's still in the circle. Thomas still at catcher. Here's how the field's looking right now. We have Haley Baker at first. At second, we have Michaela Dalton. At shortstop, Brietta Vincent. At third base, it's going to be Aaron O'Leary. And out in the outfield from left to right, Savannah Parker. Savannah Parker. Brietta Hafner and Chloe Campbell to finish out your outfield. And players meeting in the circle here for Marion County before this inning gets started, as they just got done warming up.
Up to bat for Silverdale will be number 33, Taylor Marion, the third baseman.
That pitch is going to be a ball there for Duggard coming in. Baker on first. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. And it's going to be get over to the third baseman O'Leary and over to first to Haley Baker for the first or for the out of the inning. Yeah, that is the first out of the inning. I'm sorry. And now Moran up the dugout up to bat is going to be Lindsay Newell, number 34. She's the first baseman for the Lady Seahawks. Here comes the pitch for Marion County. It's going to be high in there, not a strike. It's going to be a ball.
If you're just now joining us, the score is 1-1 between Marion County and Silverdale. And there's a hit there straight from home plate to the shortstop, and she'll be out on that one. It gives us 2 outs. We're in the top of the third. Top or bottom? Bottom of the third. And number 11 is now up to bat. Emily Huckleroad.
No, it's 17.
I thought that was one.
Elise Pearson.
Yeah. One strike, 2 outs.
Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be on the outside there.
I believe that one will be a ball, so count now 1-1.
Marion County lost last night to Meigs County 5-1 to get to this game. And Silverdale won against Midway 12-2 in a run-ruled 6th inning. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be over to Aaron O'Leary. It's going to hit over there to her, and she'll get another out over at first for the third out of the inning. Marion County retires the side, and in this scoreless inning, there has been 6 up, 6 out on both ends. Should be an instant classic here as we get underway. I mean, we're coming in the 4th inning. This has been a fast-paced game, though, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
A lot of that has to do with us getting here late, I would assume.
Yeah.
So there was you're saying there was something going on the road this morning when you were coming here. What was that?
Oh, there was
got caught apparently behind the slowest people ever.
And then turned out it was a 3-car pileup.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
And did y'all come up the main drag, or did y'all go around the?
We went the same way we normally do.
Around.
3-car pileup on that side. I went the main drag this morning. It was a little bit quicker there without the pileup.
Up to bat for the Lady Warriors will be number 11, Chloe Campbell.
Campbell, a right fielder. She's a junior for the Lady Warriors. And, of course, all these girls have already graduated high school, so they're sitting here playing in a softball tournament. A lot of them have, the seniors, I should say. Here comes Duggan with the pitch. going to be a foul ball there by Campbell. So for some of these players interested to be out of school, still playing for their school here, and what could be their last memory of their high school days.
Yep.
Not to say that it'll be ending right now, but it will be ending today eventually. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. It's going to be a hit over into shallow right field near the foul line. It's going to be caught there
By the second baseman.
Allie Birchfield.
Number 4, Allie Birchfield. That is.
Now, O'Leary will be at the bat, the third baseman for Marion County.
Hey.
What? Yeah, that's that one.
Up to bat now for the Lady Warriors is number 12, Aaron O'Leary, the third baseman.
I didn't just say that or anything, Kyle.
Well, I wasn't listening to you.
Pitch now from Duggard. And O'Leary hits that one foul over to the right side towards the dugout.
Count now 1-1 with 1 out.
One's across the board now. 1 point on each team and 1 out. One.
Except for the fourth inning there. O'Leary
And
gets
now-
going to shallow center of right field, and it's caught again by Birchfield, coming up with 2 outs in this one. That'll be the second out of the inning. Should say 2 fly outs really, really close together over there near where she is. Birchfield, the leadoff hitter for the Seahawks. 2 outs. Now up to bat, we have
Number 55, Savannah Thomas.
she's the catcher. And again to Birchfield. Birchfield responsible for all the outs in this half inning with 3 flyouts to her name. They're all one over to her right, one over to her left, and now one right to her, it seems, as we go down to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Game really, really flying by this morning. I guess both teams out here ready to play and out here just want to win as fast as they can. We'll say, Kyler, I love your choice in shirt this morning.
My silk Hawaiian shirt, yes.
And
It's Casual Friday.
Casual Friday. I thought it was Championship Friday, but apparently it's Casual Friday here in the press box.
Wow.
Kyler with his red, white, and bluish shirt there. I'll say blue shirt with red and a little bit of white in there.
I thought you said blue fish, so.
And like we said, the winner here today goes on to play next County. The loser heads home. And that'll be the tell of the tape for this one. We want to thank our 132 listeners for joining us this morning.
We don't know who's going to win this game at this time.
Yep, we don't really have a clue. We just know one of them is going to win. And we know a Chattanooga area team is going to win the state championship because that's all that's left. 3 teams left in the Class A state tournament today. And one of them is going home after this game, but all 3 of them in the Chattanooga area. So we can guarantee you one thing, a Chattanooga area team will win the state championship.
And that is the only thing we guarantee.
Except for Kyler, who guarantees a Hawaiian shirt on a Friday.
Well, I can guarantee you Megs will be in the championship game.
We can't guarantee that. I couldn't see any way that wouldn't be possible. So
True.
that's going to be a strike on the first pitch. Now that will be a ball there with number, I believe that's 6, Duggard up to bat. She's the pitcher for the Seahawks. Thank our Marion County fans for listening in. Please go online and share the link with some of your other fellow Marion County fans can listen, because we don't have as many here in the park as we did last night. Had a lot more listeners. I know it's during the day on a Friday, but why not cheer on your Lady Warriors if you have the chance?
1-2 the count now. No outs.
After that swing and a miss from Duggard.
Got a pitcher matchup at bat right now. And she fouls that one behind her. Counts remains 1-2.
Jordan still in the circle for the Warriors. Here in the bottom of the fourth, as Duggar's up to bat, the 1-2 count. No outs yet in the inning. She's the leadoff batter for the inning. Here comes the pitch for Jordan. It'll be hit to the shortstop, Vincent, who doesn't let it go by her this time, and she'll send it to Baker. Baker gets the out there, and that'll be 1 out now for the Lady Warriors in this bottom of the fourth. Now at the bat we have Crawley. Crawley scored the only run for Silverdale on I believe that was a Parton hit there, I believe.
It was a Parton gap out to right
field there.
Left field.
Left field. She did hit a first pitch hit out to the left field there earlier. Here comes the pitch for her. And she's going to hit off into right field. It's going to be fair, and it'll go out of play. And so I think they're just going to stop her at second. And Crawley not too happy about that. Hitting it in fair territory and it go out of play there. But she is happy that she is on base regardless. Number 3, I believe, for Silverdale. That is
Savannah Turner.
Savannah Turner. Up for the Lady Seahawks. Jordan coming with the pitch. It's going to be hit out there by Turner. It'll go out to center. They'll throw it over to shortstop to Vincent. Trying to get it to third, and Kaylee Crawley will be there. And now her white uniform is pretty dirty.
Yeah, it's turning reddish brown now.
She might be the only one on our team not with a in-sync uniform here after the game is done and over with. Of course, she's been on base and had the opportunity, so that's one thing to consider. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be a ball there on the outside.
Up to bat is number 2, Skylar Parton.
Jordan collecting herself, coming with the pitch. It's going to be hit there by number 2, Parton, into shallow or deep infield to Vincent. She'll get the fly out there. Vincent responsible for 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Now we'll go to the top of the fifth and get ready for the Seahawks, or excuse me, the Marion County Warriors to take the bat again with a 1-1 score between Silverdale and Marion County in this losers bracket final in the TSSAA Class A State Tournament here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee on Starplex Field number 4. The winner today will play at 2 o'clock against Meigs County. Meigs County talking last night about how they're like our broadcasters here. They love to sleep in.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Love to sleep in and come in later, and this week they got to do that. Marion County's got to do this too, although they've been driving from Marion County.
Except today. Now up to bat for Marion County will be Roberts, the pitcher that started out yesterday for Marion County.
And the day before.
But was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning yesterday and took over by Baker, the first baseman.
And Jordan would finish out that game. After that inning, they had that pitching change. Jordan would come in the next inning there to finish off that game, although they wouldn't get the win against Meigs County.
Nobody has got a win against Meigs County yet.
There is actually a tournament team that has got a win against Meigs County, although it wasn't in the state tournament.
Yeah.
Midway did win against Meigs County early in the or late in the season there.
But Midway was
Meigs County goes into tonight's game with a 16-0 record. Or 16-0 record since that loss. They have 16 straight wins and 45 strikeouts, excuse me, for
the tournament.
For
Rogers.
I'm sorry. And that's fouled off by Roberts. We'll get back to the Marion County game. I know Marion County fans are not worried about Meigs County right now like we are. Don't worry about Silverdale. Here comes the pitch from Duggar. It's going to be on the outside there. It won't be a strike. It'll be a ball. 2 outs here in the inning. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. It's going to be low in there, and it's going to be a 2-1 count now from Duggard.
Roberts watching to make sure she doesn't get hit in the leg once again. Duggard ready for next pitch. She takes it. And that one will be low, and that will be another ball. Count will now be 3-1. Two outs now as
No outs. She is the first.
oh yeah, that's right.
She gets the first. That's wrong. I saw that a while ago.
And Roberts will walk to first, and I do believe she will get a courtesy runner. And
Like she
her
has in the
number
past.
will be number.
It should be it might be Pritchett who is coming forward during the game. That's number 4.
That's Parker.
That is Parker coming in for us. That is
Savannah.
Savannah Parker coming in for us. I promise you we weren't being critical of our scorekeepers over here. They're doing a great job. Keeping us informed and up to date on these games and the changes going on down on the field. So shout out to our scorekeepers over here on the right side of the field, right side of the table, I should say.
Thank you.
That is the flex for Marion County. She plays left field, but she's coming in for Roberts. Duggard still in the circle, number 10. It's going to be Brietta Hafner coming up to the plate now for Marion County.
The center fielder.
Now here comes the pitch.
And she bunts that one in. She'll go to first, and she's out. But that advances Roberts' runner, which is Parker, to second.
Parker on second now with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 1-1 the score. It's been scoreless for 2 full innings. Marion County scoring in the top of the 1st. Silverdale scoring in the bottom of the 2nd there. Kayla Crawley coming across the plate for them, and Marion County's Benson coming across the plate there in the 1st. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. It's going to be high in the zone. It'll be a ball. 1 out, 1 on for Marion County on second there. That is Parker.
Number 9, Harley Jordan up to bat.
And back at the top of the lineup for the Marion County Warriors as Jordan does come up to bat, as Kyler just said. Duggard coming with the pitch. It's going to be on the outside, but it'll be in the strike zone there for Duggard. And a 1-1 count now for Jordan. Jordan, the pitcher, she's been coming in for relief the past last two nights out here at the state tournament. And today she started pitching. She is still currently pitching for the Warriors. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. And it's going to be hit straight to Birchfield, and they'll get a double play there as she catches the fly ball and throws it to second with Parker not tagging up there, trying to come back to tag up, and they get her coming back. And that'll clear out the bases there for Silverdale. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, Silverdale have a chance to try to get past the score here in the 5th inning. Again, the winner plays today at 2 o'clock against Meigs County. They'll have to force 2 games to win a state championship, but nonetheless, they'll have a chance to be the state champion and at least the runner-up in state. One of these teams will go home after this one as the second runner-up here in the state championship. Same field out for Marion County, and up to bat for Silverdale should be
If I'm not mistaken, we're back to the top of the lineup, and it'll start out with Birchfield.
should.
Especially this year.
I hope we get another chance at it. We might get one more.
Success story, just like
Oh, he does good.
I'm sure. Get in there when the coach reports there.
Waiting for the players to warm up. Jordan out there in the circle. They'll throw it down to second for the throwdown. And yes, it will be Birchfield up first in the inning. And she'll be at the top. She's at the top of the lineup, followed by Emily Harkleroad and Taylor Moran for your 1-2-3 punch coming out of the gate here in the inning and in the game. Here in the bottom of the fifth, it's a 1-1 game between Silverdale and Marion County, and we're Spirit Nation Radio on the call for you with Chandler Morrison, Robert Easterly, and Kyler Hudson up here in the press box booth. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be inside there, and it'll be a ball. Birchfield, a leadoff hitter and a little bit of a slap hitter in softball terms. Here comes the pitch from Jordan.
And way outside there is that's ball number 2.
Interesting to see 3 Chattanooga area teams here as the last 3 in the tournament. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be a ball inside there for Jordan. 3-0 count now for Jordan starting off against Birchfield. Trying to pitch around Birchfield, and I don't blame her. Birchfield has been a good player to get on base this entire tournament.
And that'll be a strike. Count now 3-1.
And hit by the pitch that time, and she'll walk to first.
And Jordan trying to pitch around her and actually hits her with the pitch there coming in. Jordan been a do-it-all player for the Lady Warriors. Not to say she's been the only one making waves, but when you pitch, you hit, and you make some pretty impressive catches out in outfield. Sometimes they call you a do-it-all player. Just sometimes, though, not all the time. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Harkleroad now up to bat for the Lady Seahawks.
Meigs County awaiting the winner of this one. Here comes the pitch from Jordan.
And hit by the pitch once again. And the official goes to talk to Jordan this time.
Giving her a warning, I believe. I believe she had 2 batters hit yesterday.
Situation.
That's a foul
They're
ball.
going to call that a foul ball there.
Your hands.
So it hit her
Your hands.
So it'll be a dead ball strike there. What we would call a foul, be a dead ball strike because nothing happened there. And so the count will be 0-1. Harley almost hits our second batter in a row. She did that yesterday as well.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Come here.
The 0-1 count coming now for, that is, Harkleroad, I believe.
The pitch from Jordan. And she hits that one foul behind her.
Thomas not able to get to it back here on the right side.
As Harkleroad comes up to bat once again. The count now 0-2.
Here comes Jordan with the pitch.
And that one will be outside for a ball.
Currently a runner on first for Silverdale after being hit by a pitch from Jordan.
And she hits that one to the shortstop, and she will make it to first, and who's the other runner? Elliot Birchfield will make the second.
So now runners on second and first for Silverdale.
As Taylor Moran comes up to hit.
We're in the bottom of the fifth. score tied up at 1.
That one will go outside for first ball.
But I'm not going to say it out loud. You know what I'm thinking.
That one will be fouled off to the right.
As a person in the stands over here catches that one.
One night, 2 nights ago, the president of the league said, Brad.
Yeah, it does.
Jordan stepping up to the rubber.
And that one will be another ball. So now count 2-1. Jordan takes the pitch. And that one hit in between the shortstop and the third baseman. And they will stop as the bases are loaded.
Silverdale bases loaded with Birchfield on third, Harkleroad on second, and Marion on first as number 34 Lindsay Noel comes up to bat
With no outs. They've got a chance to do something here. As they do, and she gaps that one out to left field, but caught, tagged for Allie Birchfield, and she'll go home though. So now the score 2-1 with the Lady Seahawks over the Lady Warriors. About to say Tigers.
used to announcing the Megs games this week.
Yeah. And that one popped up, and the shortstop will get that one. Now 2 outs.
That was Pearson who popped that one up.
To Vincent.
And 2-1 the score now. Silverdale leads Marion County here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 on for Silverdale, and it's going to be number 11 there. Harkleroad, and I believe Moran on first. Harkleroad on second. Here comes the pitch to Duggard. And they'll throw it to first. It'll be an out there. Vincent making some great plays out there at shortstop. It must be in the genes. Am I right, Kyler Hudson?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kyler, I've never seen you play baseball in my life.
Yeah, that's right, I didn't.
I don't think I've ever seen Kyler be any kind of athletic in his life.
Hey,
He played football for 2 years and blew out both of his knees.
not fun.
Not fun at all. But nonetheless, we're going to the top of the 6th. Silverdale leads 2-1. Jordan gets him out of the gin yet again. Jordan still going strong in this one as we head to the top of the 6th.
As Vincent will lead off for the Lady Warriors.
And let's look at the field for Silverdale. At catcher, number 3, Savannah Turner. At pitcher, pitching for the Seahawks, Shelby Duggard. She's been in all game. On first, Lindsay Newell. On second, that's going to be Allie Birchfield. On third, it's going to be Taylor Moran. And at shortstop, we have Emily Harkleroad. And out in the outfield from left to right, we have Kaylee Crawley, Skylar Parton, and Lexi Vogel around the outfield. And who did you say was up there?
Vincent will be batting.
Vincent will be up. Number is 00. And then after her, number 5, Michaela Dalton, and number 1, Haley Baker leading off the inning. Waiting for Duggard for the first pitch.
And here it comes.
Here's a pitch from Duggard, and it's going to be a strike down the middle there for Vincent.
She took off like she was going to slap hit it and didn't swing.
1-0 the count. Or, excuse me, 0-1 the count here. No outs. On top of the 6th. 2-1. Silverdale leads over Marion County. Marion County trying to keep their championship high hopes alive. As the pitch comes in there, it'll be high there. And it'll be a 1-1 count now. Marion County trying to keep their title hopes alive. Silverdale was probably the most highly touted team coming in here. Everybody thought they'd get it all, and here they are having to fight back to the losers bracket. And it is going to be a ball there, 2-1 to count. Silverdale, like I said, expected to be the winner. They lost against Meigs County in the first game, making them fight their way to the losers bracket. But nonetheless, still Marion County, Silverdale, and Meigs County, the best three teams in the state, according to this tournament. And it's going to be another ball there. It's going to be 3-1 the count there for Vincent. Vincent ahead in the count pretty well, and she'll see what she can do here. Here comes the pitch from Duggar. That's going to be a ball there, and Vincent will go to first, be walked. Excuse me.
Up to bat now will be number 5, Michaela Dalton.
And on deck we have Hannah Baker.
Haley Baker.
Haley Baker. How'd I mess that up?
Excuse Robert's stupidity.
Yeah. I'm from Musquatchie County.
Squatchy.
Here comes the pitch from Duggar.
And that will be bunted straight to the first baseman, but Vincent will go to second.
That'll be bunted straight to the pitcher, and it'll go to first base there, Robert. But nonetheless, we have Dalton on second.
Vincent.
That's what I said.
Vincent. You were right in that aspect, just not the first aspect.
Yeah.
Can't be right all the time. Is that right, Robert?
True. Especially if you're from Musquatchie County.
Baker now up to bat for the Lady Warriors.
Here comes the pitch from Duggar. It's going to be outside a ball, and Vincent out there tempting the catcher, Turner, Silverdale, to go to second, but she does not. Interesting, both our catchers are named Savannah T. For these two teams. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside there, and she won't get the call from the umpire. It'll be 2-0 now, the count. Now here comes the pitch from Duggar. Be hit by Baker to the second baseman. She'll throw it to first.
And Vincent will go to third.
And that'll be, I thought that was a fly, that might have not been. She throws it to first either way there, and it's going to be Vincent at third, like Robert said.
With 2 outs now. As
Campbell comes up to bat.
Yep.
Campbell, the right fielder, a junior for the Warriors. Steps into the batter's box. Duggar contemplating the pitch, and now she'll pull the trigger. And Campbell hits it into the gap. No, she doesn't. The center fielder comes up and catches it to keep Silverdale ahead 2-1. And now Marion County will have one chance at the top of the 7th, but now we'll go to the bottom of the 6th for Silverdale have another chance to score over Marion County. Again, if you just joined us, 2-1 the score here as we go into the top of the 6th. Silverdale leads. Like we said, the winner of this one will play at 2 o'clock today against Meigs County, who it'll be a rematch either way you go, although the rematch for Marion County would be for 2 days in a row where Silverdale and Meigs County played each other on Tuesday. That seems like ages ago. Looking back now, doesn't it, Robert?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
And so let's have an update. What other games have we had going on yesterday? What are some scores of note for us there, Kyler?
I would have to open up my book real quick. Give me a moment.
I know Silverdale did beat, who was it, Midway?
I know.
Did Silverdale put out?
Yes, Midway. That was a 12-2.
And it was Mercy ruled in the 6th inning.
Silverdale also beat Huntington to make it to that game, and Midway had beaten Summertown to make it there.
But now we had Marion County losing to Meigs yesterday 5-1. And now, of course, we have Marion County in the loser bracket with Silverdale
And now up to bat for Silverdale. Who else but Kaylee Crawley, who has been a playmaker and a half today for the Lady Seahawks. Coming with a pitch for Jordan. She fouls it off.
No, I went to a different school.
Crawley, an aggressive hitter. She hit a first pitch pop up out to left field, but it hit a gap. So nonetheless, it was a successful at bat as she eventually scored there late in that inning. That was the second inning. Here comes the pitch, and Crawley is caught swinging. Now it's going to be 0-2 count for Crawley, and Crawley definitely not used to the 0-2 pitch coming to her way. Jordan. She gets ready to come with a pitch. And it's going to be a strike there. And Crawley struck out here in the bottom of the sixth. To the first out of the bottom of the sixth, that is. Jordan still in the circle for the Warriors. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be a swing and a miss there by number 3 for Silverdale. That is Turner. Savannah Turner. She's the catcher. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be in there, and it's going to be outside, or inside, I should say, there. It'll be a 1-1 count now for Turner. We'll thank our 245 listeners for tuning in today to our show as the Marion County Warriors try to stay alive here in this state championship, or stay alive for a state title berth.
After that pitch, the count now 2-1 with 1 out.
Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be a ball there, and it's going to be a 3-1 count now coming for Turner.
How'd Silverdale score? They ain't big. I mean, no home run or nothing?
No.
Just the manufacturer code.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a ball there, and Turner will go to first. It's been a fast-paced game here in the borough today.
Up to bat now, number 2, Skylar Parton.
We started just after 9 o'clock. It's been an hour, and we're almost done with this one here in the 6th. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be hit there by that is Parton. And it'll be hit out to right field. Chloe Campbell will pick up the fly out there, the junior for Marion County. 2 outs now in this one. Bottom of the 6th. Silverdale trying to extend their cushion of a lead now. They have a 1-point lead there, and they're probably not satisfied with that. With the leadoff hitter, Birchfield, coming up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be in there for the strike. A 1 count. Jordan getting a rhythm now, and she's starting to flame out the strikes. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit by Birchfield, fouled off behind her.
As it hits the netting and goes dead ball.
And Parton all the way to second before the ball even comes down to the ground.
That's Turner, not Parton.
Turner, excuse me. Here comes the pitch from Jordan. It's going to be high, and they're going to throw it down to second, and she's going to be safe, just short there of getting the out. But the catcher for Marion County, Thomas, was ready for the throwdown. Good stolen base there by Turner.
The other catcher.
The other catcher, Savannah Turner. 2 Savannahs catching for these 2 teams.
And that one is popped fly, and O'Leary goes after but misses the
It's
catch.
going to be out of reach. It's going to be about an arm length away from the end of her arm there of getting it. It's 2 arm lengths away from O'Leary, if you do the math.
I suppose so.
Math is not my forte.
Here comes the pitch from Jordan. Be fouled off there by Birchfield. She's the leadoff hitter. 2 outs in this inning. 1-2 count now coming for Jordan. Coming from Jordan, I should say. 2 outs, 1 on for the Lady Seahawks on second base. Jordan looking for the side. And she's going to pull the trigger, and it's going to be to the second baseman, Vincent, who throws it to third for the third out of the inning, and no damage done here. It's a 2-1 affair for Silverdale. They lead Marion County. And Marion County now with one more chance to try to get ahead and try to force the bottom of the seventh to come and get to the championship game against Meigs County.
That is shortstop Vincent, not second baseman there, Chandler.
Yeah, sorry. Over there near second base, I should say, the shortstop. You can see my confusion a little bit. Confusion a little bit.
You were a little confuzzled.
As Marion County gets ready for their last chance at hope to go to the state tournament or the state championship game.
And who do we lead at the end of the last inning there in the lineup?
I believe that was... I do not know. Was Campbell the last one to bat?
I do believe it was.
Yeah, that's O'Leary. So O'Leary will be up to bat for the Marion County Lady Warriors.
And if you're just joining us, Silverdale has the 2-1 lead over the Warriors as we go to the top of the seventh here. They're warming up in the circle right now. Duggard in the circle.
Yeah, the fielders making plays. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
And now the infield will come to the circle to regroup as we get ready for this top of the seventh. Ellis talking to his two batters, telling them, hey, look, this is what it comes down to. This is what we live for. This is the fight for the state championship. 2-1 is the score. Silverdale leads here in the top of the seventh. Marion County, this will be their last chance to bat if they don't get a tie or take the lead in this one. The third baseman, O'Leary, a senior, up to bat. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. It'll be high and outside there. Tension building from both of these fan bases. I can hear the cowbells from Marion County.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. Here comes the pitch from Duggard.
O'Leary pops one
to go out of the play here, and it almost hits the Marion County fans here. Almost hit a stroller. That could have been bad. Luckily it did.
Somebody cover that baby.
Somebody cover that baby.
Hey, look, guys, Santa Claus is here. Santa Claus came to watch Marion County.
Here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside. No, it's going to be a strike there on the outside of the zone.
I think I've seen him in South Pittsburgh before.
You probably have. He's here for Marion County.
We saw him at Crystal's, Kyler. That's where that was.
So shout out to the Santa Claus looking man down there.
2 a.m. in the morning.
One night, apparently.
At 2 a.m. in the morning.
At 2 a.m. in the morning.
Here comes Duggard with the pitch. It's going to be outside. A 2-2 count now for O'Leary. The tension building in this losers bracket final. The loser goes home. The winner goes on to the state championship game to face Meigs County. They'll start the first 2 games, but nonetheless, they'll at least be the runner-up. And here comes O'Leary. She fouls it off straight up and hits the fence.
Count still 2-2.
2-2 is the count.
2-1 is the score.
And now we have
so
Duggard still in the circle, and up to bat is still O'Leary. Here comes the pitch. It'll be hit over to the first baseman, and Allie Birchfield from second will come over to first to grab the ball from the first baseman, and O'Leary is out at first. And now up to bat we have Thomas here in the bottom part of the Marion County lineup. Nonetheless, Roberts will be up after Thomas if all else fails.
Roberts with the DP.
Thomas, the catcher for the Lady Warriors. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. She'll be on the outside there, and she won't get the call from the umpire. It'll be a 1-0 count, 1 out in this one for Silverdale. Marion County trying to keep their state championship hopes alive with Thomas up to bat. They trail 2-1 here in the top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit by Thomas over to the third baseman. She'll run to first, a little bit of hesitation, and she'll be out at first from the third baseman who threw it over. That was Marion.
And now Roberts is up to bat.
Roberts, a power hitter for the Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be pinch hitting technically.
I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that Rogers girl that pitches for Meg is about a 6-footer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell from up here, but
Roberts, the designated player here for the Warriors, usually the starting pitcher. Jordan took that role today. Jordan with only 2 runs and not a lot of hits on her. Duggard. She'll come with the pitch. It'll be on the outside, so it'll be a strike there, and she pitches it around Roberts. Roberts been a power hitter for the Warriors for some time. Here comes the pitch. She'll pitch around again. It'll be a strike on the outside there, and they're 1 strike away from going to the state championship game. Silverdale is 0-2 the count. This could be the ball game, folks. Here comes Duggard with a pitch. It's going to be on the outside there, and she won't get the call. Although that was very dangerously close to where the other pitches were. It looked to be on the outside for the last pitch before this one. But
Looked to be low.
That may have been the case. We'll leave that job to the umpires. Here comes the pitch from Duggard. Roberts. She swings and misses, and Silverdale will be going to the state championship to face Meigs County. And what a ball game, folks. 2-1. It doesn't even get any better than that coming out of here. And Silverdale takes the win, and they'll play Marion County. For Marion County, they've had a great, great season. They're finally out of the tournament after a long, long run. They're 3rd place in the state, 2nd runners up. That's nothing to be ashamed about for the Warriors, as they will go home now after this loss against Silverdale. Only one team ends up winning the last game, so, hey, don't hang your heads up too low.
Well, it may not be one last game. There may be 2 last games if Silverdale can manage to beat Meigs the first time.
Oh, but the last game is still a win in somebody's book.
True.
And Silverdale anxious, and they'll play at 2 o'clock here in Murfreesboro. And if you're a Silverdale fan listening, we'll be on the call for that game on the Meigs County folder on the online radio station, as they will play at 2 o'clock. All 3 Chattanooga area teams for the last 3 here, and very interesting storyline seeing Silverdale going back, and it will be Meigs County and Silverdale yet again as they kicked off this state tournament with a close 3-1 bout, which Meigs County won. Silverdale will have some challenges to overface against Meigs County, with Ashley Rogers being the pitcher there, a phenomenal pitcher with 47 strikeouts on the tournament. Marion County, we want to congratulate you for getting this far into the postseason. Y'all have done a spectacular, spectacular job coming from the Sequatchie Valley and fighting your way all the way up, not winning every game, but you did get here pretty handily. They lost in the region finals there, but nonetheless, they do win at sectionals. They go on the road, by the way, to win sectionals at Good Pasture on Saturday, and they've been traveling ever since then up here every day, and the battle was just too much for them in this game as Silverdale takes it 2-1. But congratulations to the Marion County Warriors for their great season. And they will end their season, I believe. What was their record coming in?
Who's?
Marion County. They will end their season. 37-8 will be the final tally for Marion County as they lose 2 straight against Meigs County, and Silverdale. As only Chattanooga area teams were left after Midway was eliminated last night by the Seahawks. So it'll be Silverdale and Meigs County in your championship matchup. And as always, I'm Chandler Morrison.
36-9.
Be 36-9, excuse me.
Chandler Morrison, Robert Ishley.
And Kyler Hudson.
And as always, go Warriors, go Tigers, and God bless us all in the state championship, state tournament. We'll be back at 2 o'clock for the Meigs County Silverdale game here at Starplex Field number 4 in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We thank you for joining us on this great championship Friday. We'll see you later.